All right, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with another video, man. Yeah, man. I just want to come back with this, man, because actually I had this written down like a few weeks ago, like a week or so ago. But yeah, man, it's just like going to like the whole That's why the Most High house shot, like it all, like it all comes from the word, man. Like him saying that in Exodus, 2023, have no other gods before. I mean 20, have no other gods before me, man. Like that's very very key, man. That's like it all starts with it all starts with the spiritual aspect, man. That's why it works. Why do you think these dichotomies, the things in life come from? These because that's why like I mentioned in the first one, the video I did beforehand. That's why, like, what do you think, why do you think, when I was actually talking about this with my actual brother came here the other day. My actual brother, my biological brother came here, man. And we was kind of talking something similar to this. And also, too, the verse precept of the day, the verse of the day in the Discord app was this, but I instantly thought of, I instantly thought of, verse of the day was just Joshua 24 and 15, but I instantly thought of, the video we talked about on here about that, man. It says, what you call them? Joshua chapter 24 and verse 4. I'll start at verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve him with sincerity and truth. It's John 4 and 14. And put away the other gods which your father served on the other side of the flood in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose this day whom you will serve. Whether you serve the gods of your fathers served, and that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites who land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Exactly, and that's why, and if you don't, that's what, like that Sirach 27:3, when a man, no, his house is not being run in fear of the Lord, it will be overthrown, man. So if you're that's why I have your house or inward man, not only your house, your actual house, with your actual house, family, wife, and children, or things like that, or whoever loved ones that live with you, but all your inward man, you're actually the inner house, that's what the body's a temple, the house, the Lord's house. That's what that Corinthians and John 2 is about. That's in the fear of the Lord as well. But also too, but I mentioned to say it to say, man, that's where you think that dichotomy come from, man. When a man's and this is what happens too a lot of times too. I remember, it's crazy how the Most High brings back that to remembrance. Because last year when I was working at the apartment complex, when I was there, I was working there, man. Actually, somebody one of the brothers there, one of Jake's there, had that conversation, man. A lot of times too in relationships with widows, things of that nature, or in this society, or or even sometimes men who lost their wives, same pretty much per se, a lot of people that lost their significant other, or sometimes this is significant other, or in a relationship per se, a lot of times the new person has has trouble, because sometimes that person hasn't and I get it understandably, hasn't fully healed from that, or just constantly brings that person up, and but that's still something they have to heal inwardly, they have to one, seek the Most High house shot for that healing, or and two, because that's why I say it's natural, because listen, Ezekiel, the Most High took Ezekiel's wife, man. It said the wife that he desired, man. But he told, but the difference is the Most High told him not to feel nothing about it. And Ezekiel did as such. He did as commanded. But also too, man, that's even in that David mourned for Absalom, and Jacob, when he thought Joseph was dead, he said, "Listen, I'm gonna mourn all my days." So that stuff that's understandable, because that James 5:17, these were men these were people just like us, just subject to same passions as we are, man. These were holy men, even for women, these are regular people. These are holy people. These are men and women of God, but people of God, but but they were but they were still regular people at the end of the day. So that's natural. But going back to the point, man, one of Jake's there, one of the brothers there said, he said, listen, man, if I'm with you, man, I don't want no pictures of no dead niggas around, man. Listen, leave that, put that away if you with me. And part of me is like, part of me, I understood. I mean, I actually understood where he's coming from because he's right. But part of me is like, this is a delivery how he said it. But he was keeping it 100 though. But that's the thing though. That's how the Most High Yahushua is listening. Like, and that's what the thing is too. That's why, like, if you like, especially with one, two. If I say this for men aspect, man, if that did happen to, like, if you did lose your wife or did lose your girl or did lose something like that, a significant or somebody you really cared about, is like, one, seek the Most High house shot, like, in the word to heal you and get through that, and also too, like, brothers, like, your loved ones will shoot more importantly in the word, even if they're out the word, to help you get through that. But one, you gotta do it inwardly, seek that, heal from that, man, and grow from that, like, but also too, don't put that on a new woman that's in your life, man. You can't constantly compare her to her, and constantly even like, just like my old coworker said, that you gotta do as well for them. You can't constantly, because that's unfair to them. But also too, man. But I said it to say, man, for even brothers, man, don't like, constantly, like, you don't have to constantly prove yourself to like, anybody, like, you're like, about to get in a relationship with. If she hasn't, like, got over that, man, that's I'm saying this all night on some, like, just like, this modern stuff, like podcast and relationship stuff. I'm saying that's for the spiritual aspect, because that's the most importantly, because it's the same thing. But she hasn't gotten over that. That's something that she's gonna have to see. She's gonna have to see counseling, or, like, seek the Lord, seek the Most High house, or some other alternatives for healing for that. It's that's not your job to. That's not your job to, like, being constantly compared to the men that she dealt with, or, like, to constantly prove that, you're not the men that she dealt with. No, I'm not doing that, man, because the Most High house, I don't do that, man. Because that's why I said, have no other God before me, man. Don't keep mentioning their names. That's why I listen. No, that's what. Yeah. That's what he means by that. Not saying because other gods are mentioned in this book, but he means as far as reverence, like, if you, that's why it's said, like, here in Joshua 24, man, 14 and 15, man. If you want to shoot, you constantly mention the names, go be with them. Then don't come over here with that. You go over there with that, man. So that's just is what it is with that, man. That's why, like, I said it to say, case in point, like, that's why I did the whole made the whole Jada Pinkett and Will Smith and Jada Pinkett thing, man, because that's just the case in point right there, man. Like, you had another man's child. You had you had your own daughter, right to a dead man. Like, it's just could have been dead over 20 plus years, man. That's the reason why. And also too, is the reason why in the ancient world, like, a lot of times, and one in, like, our ancestors, and also too in the ancient world, because I think other nations did this as well, but more particularly our forefathers, our ancestors, we had that. Like, unless she was, like, because sometimes, like, if he was if you was, cause I think a brother asked me about this, but if you was a widow, you didn't, like, you didn't have to remarry, like, a lot of widows didn't remarry, man, because they actually loved their husband. They really loved, like, their significant. They loved their husbands, man. I think because Naomi didn't remarry, because one of the reasons, it was probably due to age and things of that nature, but two, and plus another reason was they actually loved their husband. They got to know him and how to serve him, and two, like, Naomi didn't get remarried. I don't think Judith ever got remarried. I think I think Ruth did. I think Ruth did. I guess a little foggy right now, but I don't. Anyway, I'm tripping. But yeah, Judith never remarried. Naomi never remarried. But because it is too. Because even said Judith, a lot of men desired her in her days too. Because even though she was a little older, she was so beautiful. But I said to say, that's why that law. That's why even the law says, and even Paul references that, like, if she's, like, she'll be loose. You'll be loosed. If you're a widow, things of that nature. If your husband dies, you don't have to remarry. But my point is being is that, like, that's why, like, during that time, during that, like, it was important for a woman to stay with one man, things of that nature, and because she would just know how to learn how to serve and love that man as unto the Lord. Just serve and love that man. Because I was talking about this with my brother. And shout out to brother sent me the first one. He said it. I think in one of the classes I was watching the other week. Because now, like, because when you kids constantly, it's not good for like, with one for both what you call them, to both genders be with multiple people. Because now, I mean, listen, man, I'm always saying, it's like, listen, hey, if you want to have multiple wives, this is what it is. It's actually benefits to that, but also too, it's like, you gotta realize too, like, I do have to notice this too, and like point this out, even though, like, by the law you can, but like, like the brother sent me first one saying, you really do think about, like, Yahushua does have one wife, though. He does, like, if we under him, like, things of that nature. But no, it is too. Let me say it too. Let me say it too. One, it's just, that's what that Malachi is going into, right? Not one, because, like, if you gonna do that, whether you in the word, out the word, just be upfront with the, like, the woman that you do that. Don't kind of do it like, like, deceitfully, like Malachi 2 and Malachi 2 goes into. Don't do that, man. Just listen, be upfront with it. Just, like, listen, just say, listen, this one I'm on, things of that nature. Don't try to go, like, hey, just listen, I deal with, because it is, I think I remember watching a clip on Drink Champs and Akon. He said that. He said, listen, man, I'm always, like, I deal with multiple women. I tell women that, like, up front, like, listen, I deal, like, yes, I deal with multiple women. I'm upfront with it. Do you like it? Hey, come on board. If you don't, hey, that is what it is. That's fine too if you don't. So yeah, man, that's just but yeah, that's just is what it is with that, man. But yeah, man, that's just, like, that's where that dynamic comes from. That dichotomy, that the dynamic comes from. Like, not, like, that's why a lot of men don't like that. Listen to, man, don't be mentioning other men's name around me. Don't compare me to them. Don't try to dress me like them and have me talk like them. No, just go be with them, man. And that's because why? Because that's how the Most High Yahshua is. That's why no other gods is like that, man. So, yeah, let me get this First Kings. Yeah, because I wasn't gonna talk about this today, but since that was the verse of the day in the Discord app, so I was like, all right, why not? Let's get that First Kings, because I'm gonna hit that First Kings chapter 18 and verse 21. It says, and Elijah said, it came unto all the people, how long, ye between two opinions? If ye let me read this from time messing up. And Elijah came unto all the people and said, how long halt ye between two opinions? If the Lord be Yahweh, or Lord be God, if the Lord, he's talking about, if the Lord be God, follow him. But Baal, yeah, no, it's talking about the Most High, I'm sorry. If the Lord be God, follow him. But if Baal, then follow him. And all the people answered him not a word. So yeah, man, pretty much saying, listen, if you gonna follow the Most High, the same thing what we just read in Joshua, like, and what we about to get in Matthew, but notice how Elijah said that when he's mocking the prophets of Baal, and also too, like, that, where's that, I think that's in it's somewhere in the account. I think it's not Bell and the Dragon, but it's somewhere, like, it's the account where, like, he mocks. It is what it is. I thought of Elijah when I thought of that scripture I was reading, but it is what it is. Yeah, man. But notice how he said, listen, like, if you're going to follow the Most High Yahshua, go follow him. But if you're going to follow Baal, things that nature, go follow them, man. It's like that. Yeah, man. Because I was actually talking about that with my brother, like, because and that's where that Sorry 4 comes in too, man. Because it's like, and he said it pretty clearly. I'm on the same type of time. He said, listen, man, that's why I like dealing with, like, women with children, man. A lot that's why a lot of men don't, man. Because it's like a lot that goes into that, man. Because actually, that's what that is, man. Because there's a lot of, like, one brothers I came through in my lifetime, I heard about, like, that actually was lied to about that not being a child, and one, that's another man. One, like I like my me and my actually brothers talking about, like, when a woman has, like, I think Brother Chronicles of Judah, even Brothers to Son be firstborn, and other brothers point this out, like when a woman has a child with another man, she's connected with that man for life. So it's kind of like, can she be a wife to somebody else? Yeah, I mean, it's possible, but it's like, one, it's just always that. That's why in the animal kingdom, but the lion, as we know, the lion kills uh the curious children of the other pride, man. Because it's like, listen, like, it's not like, that's what that Sirach 4 is going into. That fatherless is talking about widows, children that died. Because I think shout out to Judah Mack, he points out like a while back. He said, listen, man, this ain't no tag team. Man, it's just like, because if one that certain, you have certain brothers have certain, so when they in the world, out the world, that listen, they'll entertain dealing with a woman with a child, but they'll just be like, listen, or they'll just be like, you gotta get to the point like, listen, okay, it's either he's gonna be here or he's gonna be with me, and hey, and that's okay. And here's the thing too. Here's the honest thing too with that, man. So especially like that, we gotta be realistic too, because like, of course, and that's why, and that, yeah, that's the reason that's actually my point. Because a lot of times, like, a lot of times men will deal with a woman with child, or more men are stopping, I should say. It's like kind of a rise I'm seeing now, where, well, not really concerned. Well, certain, like, certain, like men that's like Sirach says, like, all bread is sweet to whoremongers. Certain men are like that, they not gonna stop. But certain men are actually like starting to wake up, saying, listen, I'm not kind of dealing with like women with children, because it's the fact that, one, you gotta realize, okay, like, listen, you gotta be realistic too, because I know in the word, like, one, us being in the word, we know, like, Bible wise, even my pops, even before I came in the word, he always told me this. He said, because he's Jehovah's Witness, but now looking again in the word and think about, and actually meditating on it and actually seeing it, he's actually right. He said, listen, like, he said, listen, me and my stepmom, he said, like, he said this years to me with me and my stepmom, even before he met my stepmom. He said, listen, me and my actual mom, they come first. Like, if we had got into it, like, he had to save us, or save my mom, he had to save my mom, or if he in a situation now, if he had to save us, and or if he saved my brother, my sister, and me, or my stepmom, he had to save my stepmom, and rightfully so, because listen, he made a covenant with her, and they could have more children. So, but also too, man, you gotta live, like, so biblically, yeah, us being word, we know that, but also too, you know you gotta be a living reality, especially during times now. Like, we can't, especially like brothers now. You can't expect, like, a woman put you above like her children. It might, some might understand that, especially if they're not in the word. Some might understand that, but I doubt that. But you gotta be realistic. Of course, she's not. She had a child with another man. She has another man's DNA in it, has a kinship with that other man. Like, and that's for life. So. You can't do that. But a lot of times, like, a lot of like brothers aren't even doing that now. They're not even gonna, like, mess with, like, women with child, because like my brother used to like this. Listen, I'm not gonna let it go there, because, like, you know what, I'm not doing it. Because he even said, he said, listen, I'm not putting, why would I put somebody's baby mom first? Like, why would I be? Because a lot of times too, women like that. Certain women like that, like, not all of them, but like they have that, they want you to put them first. Like, one, why would I? It's like, it's one, two. It's like not like you were even married. Some of a lot of them probably were married, but it's like you were, a lot of times you were like a baby mom. So I'm not put like I was laughing when he said it, but I was like, it was real talk. Listen, I'm not doing that. Like, come on now. But yeah, man, that's just it is what it is, though, man. This just, like, it's just the fact that, no, man, don't that dynamic, that dichotomy of, listen, constantly mentioning another man. It's the same, like, that's where that comes from, man. Like, that's why the Most High in your house, I said, listen, man, don't mention them to me, man. I'm not. I don't want to hear that, because you're going to take that. That's why Ecclesiastes 5:1 says what it says. Like, man, watch your foot before you come to the house of the Lord, because what you gonna bring that outside stuff, what you got from them, because, like, because you're that woman that like, because the Israel's kin to woman, so you're kin to that woman that has a child with another man, like, and bring that here, like, because you're gonna bring those other gods, you're gonna bring those, you're gonna bring Anubis or whatever gods in Egypt, or Osiris, wet with wet or whatever. You're gonna bring that over here, and you ain't gonna do that. I'm not them. I'm above them. Don't even compare me to them. So that's how it is too. And that's how the mentality, like, it's all pretty much a spiritual aspect, man. But let me get this Matthew. Then I'm gonna hit Judges though, cause yeah, man. So yeah, and you know this too. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Yeah. Because that was my point too. Because like just beforehand. No, I'm gonna get Matthew because I'm gonna digress. Let me get that. I'm trying to get better at that. Then I'm gonna hit this Judges. Matthew 6 and verse 24. It says, um, Matthew 6:24. It says, no man can serve two masters. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold the one and despise the other. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon. Yeah, that's a fact, man. You can't at all, man. Exactly, man. So like, it's better to serve the Most High in sincerity and truth, man. Exactly, and like, and be an unprofitable servant. That's what it is, man. Because like, um, just him and Yahushua is a word, man. So, and that's what it is. And you know what it is too. That's just looking at this and thinking, like, going into what I was just talking about, man. It's just crazy, like, it's just like, that says he'll hate the one and love the other. Like he'll hold on to he'll hold on to one and despise the other, man. Because I'm just thinking now, like, we live in like in a world that like that like where men want to be side dudes, man. I get it, like, when you're in the world, like, when you before you come in the word, and you're in the world, things and it's just being pushed, like, that's why actually brothers in Discord, I was talking about that, or I was talking about it with a brother in Discord, like, earlier, like, about renewing the mind. So that's where you got to renew your mind at. But that's what he said, like, being a side dude, like, that's when I say that, because this is hold on to the one and despise the other, man. And that's in this modern time too. That's why that's where that dichotomy comes from, man. Because like, with certain women, they having all these options is really not good for them. That's just like Jeremiah 62 for us. They having all these options. No, it's like the Most High Yahushua's way, Yeah, and that's why I think Chronicles even said, Judah said that, man. When he's on one of his channels on Patreon, I said, listen, man, our people aren't even supposed to be serving all these other guys, man. That's why y'all jacked up. But yeah, man. But like I said, these women having like these options, like, I can hold on to one, but I want to be here. Like, no, it's not good, because you got to choose. Like, listen, you're gonna be over there or you're gonna be over here. That's it. And that's what the Most High, like, Yahweh say, listen, you could do what you want to do, but you're gonna be over rocking with me or you're gonna be over there. It is what it is, man. So hot, cold, no lukewarm, man. That's it is what it is right there, man. So let me get these Judges, because if that's the case, go be with them. Don't constantly mention these other guys, like I just mentioned. Don't constantly mention these other like, even on the natural level, like, don't even mention these other men, beyond around me, man, because that's the same. It's the same dynamic with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith and with Tupac, man. It's just like, yo, you're talking about a man that's been deceased, like, it's just open, because it's open disrespect. But but the thing is too, that's where the responsibility on Will Smith come from, because because yeah, man, you gotta bear that burden, man. So like, hey, listen, if he, but that's on him though. That's something on him, because like, that's what you tolerate, and like, and it's crazy, man. And that's another point too, man. Even though as an actor, and like, as a like personality, I do like Will Smith, because one, he's from West Philly, and my mom actually went to Overbrook, one things of nature. So, but on that nature, but you could tell, but that's actually, as far as manhood, you could tell that that's where what you call them, but it's even in Iraq saying, like, listen, just because that makes you money doesn't make you solid. Just because you have money doesn't make you a man. Because a lot of people say that, oh, if you had money, then people will respect you, or you'll be this type of man, or these women will listen to you. No, man, that's not the case. Because what? But then Bill Gates' wife leave him, and like, we see it with Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. Things that, because this society's world is driven off of so much whimsicality, that stuff like that is going to happen. But yeah, man, that just goes to show that, man. That's just to prove proof of that as well, man. Not saying like it's because and I'm not advocating for that too, because a lot of things too say like because you gotta have something going on for you, especially as men. Like you can't just have nothing going for you and just like want like a woman to respect you or to to want to follow you, things that nature, or even shoot other people, other men, in your life. The fuck is no, man. You can't be like that. You can't be like I mentioned in the last video at Dude Dirty's house playing man all day. And want that, man. No, that's not that's not the move right there. But also too, that doesn't give like, and two, let me say the two, because women that hear that too, because here's that first period three comes in too, because like a lot of times even if you're with a man like that, that doesn't give you right to disrespect him at all. Even though that that Sarek says that like a woman that's going even though in the context is going to a wicked woman, but a woman that has to maintain her husband will be full of reproach. So like that is an aspect of that. It's like, all right, you can't be doing just anything, but but still there's a certain level of decorum and that you have to operate in, like as a woman, if you're gonna even if you're with a man like that. So that doesn't give you option two. That doesn't give you a way out either to act like a certain way. I just want to put that disclaimer out because because still because Abigail is a perfect example of that. So yeah, and even her even her husband was rich, but that's either here nor there. But let me get to the Judges. So I should start off with the Exodus, no gods before me, but it is what it is, man. Judges chapter 10, verse 13. Yet ye have forsaken me and served other gods, wherefore I'll deliver you no more. Go ye and cry unto the goods which ye have chosen. Let them deliver you in the time of your tribulation. So yeah, man, go be with them. Go cry to them, man. That's the thing too about it is too. That's what just like that J line for Money Cash Hoes with X with DMX, man. Because this is why a lot of people get most on your house shot twisted, because that's why I just mentioned earlier, like this society is just driven off of so much whimsicality and they're so used to men saying yeah, this is like the Black Panther, man, that was ridiculous. Shout out to Bird Chronicles of Judah, because now think about that was ridiculous. I remember seeing the movie that is I've seen the movie plenty of times, but that I forgot about that scene, man, where he did say that, man, like because like what king is going to say to somebody, to a woman, I'll be waiting for you? Like, nigga, what? That was ridiculous. Like, that is crazy. But I say that to say, because a lot of people had that mentality with the Most High house shot, man. Just like that Jay said Money Cash Hoes with X, DMX. He said, we're going to sin to an end and hope that Christ forgives us. Because, we live in a society like that where they're used to men saying, okay, no matter what you do, just like that Boys and Men song, like, like, what was that, it wasn't End of the Road, yeah, I think it was End of the Road. He said when he's doing the dot, when he's talking about, listen, baby, I heard you with that other man to go through back door, but I didn't care. That's what the people are. That's what men. That's what the men are. That's what people. The men that people are used to being around, or just that's being portrayed. That's what people, the men, the type of man is like, no, actual simp, like actual sucker like that. And people think like the Most High your house is like that, man. You could do what you want. At the end of the day, he's gonna welcome you open arms. No, man, he's not like that. So, because it is, this might be a disclaimer for those that don't know about the Most High your house, or don't know about the word, because like a lot of times in Christianity this gets pushed, like I should say, like even sometimes in the word, like that mentality can carry over. Like I can have that mentality. Like no, man, you not. That's His mercy, and that's because that's the best. Most on your house is best quality, but so is His judgment, man. So listen, don't be thinking that, man, because you're so used to in movies like the man, chasing at the woman in the airport before she leaves, or or vice versa, or the woman, she's the man's about to leave, and even though she did all this, like she was that Proverbs woman that that committed adultery and wiped her mouth like she did nothing, and the man just walks her back in open arms, like and they just do no people what you call them people think the Most High house are like that, and they're not. But I said that last example though, because we did commit spiritual adultery, but that just goes into the one. Well, that's not even that. I can't even say that because the Most High house they did that for their namesake, like in Ezekiel 36, before even us, like because that's just who they are. So yeah, so the before even because a lot of times we kind of do that, like he just died, simply for us. No, that was we played a big reason for that reconciliation, but he did it for because that's just who I am, just off my name. That's crazy because I was just looking at that Sirach 41:13, like leave it about a good name. So, but yeah, man, that's just is what it is too with that, man. So like yeah, man, that no other guys, that's what that means, man. Like I don't keep referencing them around me, man. Don't keep all that, no, and that's where that same dichotomy dynamic comes from when men don't want to hear about women's exes, around them or like constantly getting compared to them. No, go be with them if you want that, man. Go be with them. But hopefully this is edifying, man. Kind of keep rambling, but yeah, man. So hopefully this is edifying for your brothers and sisters. So yeah, so peace.